Hey everyone. Today I'll talking about stockpiling essential supplies, the stuff that could save your life if things go sideways. We're talking about a possible breakdown of society as we know it. This isn't about fear-mongering, it's about taking responsibility for your safety and the safety of your loved ones. So, let's dive into the 5 essential items you need to stockpile right now. And make sure you stick around for number 5 because it's the one most people don't think about, but it might be the most important one of all. All right, let's talk about food. We all need it, right? But when disaster strikes, your local supermarket might not be an option. That's why having a stockpile of non-perishable food is crucial. We're talking about the stuff that can last for months, even years. First up, rice and beans. These are your best friends in a crisis. They're packed with essential nutrients, they're cheap, and they can last for years if stored properly. Get airtight buckets, throw in some oxygen absorbers, and boom, you've got a long-lasting food source. Next, canned goods. Fruits, vegetables, soups, meats, anything with a long shelf life. And don't forget about flavor. Salt, pepper, spices, they make all the difference. Now, vitamins. A good multivitamin can fill in nutritional gaps and keep your immune system strong. Build a stockpile that can sustain you for an extended period. Rotate your stockpile. Use your oldest supplies and replace them with fresh ones. Remember, food is your energy source, your lifeline when everything else falls apart. Stock up, stay prepared, and you'll be one step ahead when the unexpected hits. Water, the elixir of life, the one thing you can't live without for more than a few days. You can go without food for a while and still function, but water? Water is non-negotiable. In a crisis situation, clean drinking water will be your most valuable asset. The rule of thumb is 1 gallon per person per day, minimum. That's for drinking, cooking, and basic hygiene. But here's the kicker: storing that much water can be a logistical nightmare. That's why you need multiple sources. First up, stockpiling. Buy yourself some large BPA-free containers and fill them with clean, potable water. Store them in a cool, dark place and rotate them regularly. Think of it like a savings account for hydration. But stockpiling alone isn't enough. What happens when your stored water runs out? That's where alternative sources come in. If you have a well, fantastic. If not, consider rainwater catchment systems. These things are like gold in a crisis, collecting free water from the sky. And don't forget about natural sources like rivers, lakes, and streams. But here's the catch. This water needs to be purified before you even think about drinking it. We're talking bacteria, parasites, all sorts of nasty stuff that can lay you out flat. That's where water filters come in. Invest in a high-quality water filter that can remove a wide range of contaminants. There are all sorts of options out there. Gravity filters, pump filters, even UV purifiers. Find one that fits your needs and budget, and make sure you know how to use it properly. One more thing, electrolytes. When you're sweating, losing fluids, your body loses essential electrolytes like sodium and potassium. A pinch of salt in your water can help replenish those electrolytes and keep you functioning at your best. Remember, water is life. Don't wait until it's too late to start thinking about your water sources. Get prepared now, and you'll be one step ahead when the taps run dry. Medical mayhem. Be your own first responder. Nobody wants to think about, but we all need to be ready for medical emergencies. In a crisis, hospitals and doctors might be overwhelmed or inaccessible. You need to be your own first responder. First up, the basics: bandages, gauze, antiseptic wipes, pain relievers. These are your everyday essentials for cuts, scrapes, burns, and headaches. Think of it as your first line of defense against infection and pain. Next level up, a trauma kit. We're talking tourniquets, pressure bandages, chest seals, the tools you need to control serious bleeding and potentially save a life. These are not for the faint of heart, but in a true emergency, they can be the difference between life and death. Now I know what you're thinking. Joe, I'm no doctor, and you're right, you're not. But that doesn't mean you can't learn basic first aid and trauma care. Take a class, watch some videos, get comfortable with the basics. Knowledge is power, especially when it comes to your health. But it's not just about treating injuries. What about chronic conditions? If you rely on prescription medications, make sure you have an ample supply on hand. Talk to your doctor about getting extra refills, or consider learning about natural remedies that can help manage your condition. And don't forget about the often overlooked essentials: dental care. Toothaches can be debilitating, and in a crisis, finding a dentist might not be an option. Stock up on dental floss, toothpaste, temporary fillings, and even some clove oil for pain relief. This is about being prepared for anything, folks. From minor cuts to major emergencies, having the right medical supplies and knowledge can give you a fighting chance in a crisis. Don't wait until it's too late. Get prepared now and you'll have the peace of mind knowing you're ready for whatever comes your way. Power up, keeping the lights on when the grid goes down. Electricity, the lifeblood of modern society. We rely on it for everything: lights, refrigeration, communication, even medical equipment. But what happens when the grid goes down? That's when having a backup power source becomes crucial. First up, generators. These bad boys can power your essential appliances and keep your home running when the lights go out. Gas-powered generators are readily available and relatively affordable, but they're noisy and require a constant supply of fuel. Propane generators are a cleaner and quieter option, but they can be more expensive. Now, if you're looking for a more sustainable and eco-friendly option, solar generators are the way to go. These beauties harness the power of the sun to generate electricity, and they're virtually silent. The downside? They can be pricey, and you'll need to invest in solar panels to maximize their effectiveness. But here's the thing: having a generator is just the first step. You also need to know how to use it safely and effectively. Read the manual, watch some tutorials, and practice connecting your appliances before you need to rely on it in an emergency. And don't forget about the little things: flashlights, headlamps, lanterns, and plenty of extra batteries. These might seem like no-brainers, but you'd be surprised how many people forget about them until it's too late. There's nothing worse than fumbling around in the dark during a power outage. Having a backup power source is about more than just convenience. It's about maintaining a sense of normalcy and security when the world around you feels chaotic. It's about being able to cook your food, keep your perishables from spoiling, and stay connected to the outside world. So don't wait for the lights to go out. Get prepared now, and you'll be ready to weather any storm. Self-defense. Protecting what matters when SHTF. We've talked about food, water, medical supplies, and power. But there's one more crucial element to surviving a crisis: self-defense. Because when things hit the fan, it's not just about staying alive, it's about protecting what's yours, and being realistic about the potential dangers of a societal breakdown. We're talking about looters, desperate people, people who might be willing to do whatever it takes to survive. First and foremost, get in shape. I'm serious. Being physically fit gives you a huge advantage in a crisis. You'll have more stamina, more strength, and more resilience to handle whatever comes your way. Start running, lifting weights, doing some bodyweight exercises. Your life might depend on it. Next up, learn some basic self-defense techniques. Knowing how to throw a punch, defend yourself against an attacker, and disarm someone can be invaluable in a crisis. There are tons of resources available online and in your community. Find a reputable instructor and start training. Now, I know some people are uncomfortable with the idea of firearms, but the reality is, in a true breakdown of society, they might be your last line of defense. If you choose to own a firearm, do so responsibly. Get proper training, learn how to handle it safely, and store it securely. But self-defense isn't just about physical confrontation. It's also about situational awareness. Being aware of your surroundings, avoiding potentially dangerous situations, and trusting your gut instincts can often prevent a bad situation from escalating. The goal here isn't to become a vigilante or a hero. It's about protecting yourself and your loved ones from harm. It's about having the confidence and the skills to deter potential threats and survive a dangerous situation. So, train your body, sharpen your mind, and be prepared to defend what matters most. So there you have it, folks. The 5 essential items to stockpile before a crisis hits America. The more prepared we are as individuals, the stronger we are as a community. Stay vigilant, stay prepared. Thanks for watching.